Hey Taurus, I'm doing a reading for you for the new moon in Pisces. Taurus, at this time, I feel like it's going to be such a wonderful, beautiful time for you. I feel like there's a space here where you're happy. I feel like there could have been a space here where you could have been like nominated, like upgraded here as well, right? And I feel like there's going to be some testing involved, but I feel like Taurus, you're gonna make it. I feel like there's like almost like a waiting period here as well. I feel like you're gonna have a break here before this really transpires for yourself. You're very confident, you're very secure, you're very intelligent here as well, Taurus. And I feel like you're very much a strong-willed person. Like you're gonna get this. Like I feel like there's a space here where you're almost like worried, a little like apprehensive as to like how to get this thing started here as well, right? But I feel like there's a space here where you're having such a huge upgrade, a release here as well, right? First out, we have forgiveness. First out, we have forgiveness. I feel like there could have been a space here where you were almost like feeling like less than challenged. I feel like you could have felt like locked in a cage, not really like I feel like your intelligence, your conversations with people, it wasn't really like being inspired in the way that is necessary for you, because keep in mind, of course, you need a little bit of a challenge. You need something to kind of get you inspired and continuously growing here as well, right? Taurus, I feel like you have so many beautiful opportunities that are coming in for yourself here as well, right? I feel like you have so many beautiful family members, loved ones here as well, friends that are coming in and really helping like show you love, like for like forgiveness here as well. Like I feel like there's been a space here where you really haven't been engaging with people, places, and things that you just were not. Oh, Taurus, okay. I feel like there could have been a space here, Taurus, where you could have been going over and over and over as to like how people could have hurt you. Like I feel like there's a space here where you almost been like harboring this evil, like not evil, but like anger. Like there's a space of like rage, of frustration here as well, right? And see how this bird is like, I feel like that's your rage. I feel like that's your frustration. That's your irritation involving certain people, certain situations here as well. And I feel like you're making the active decision and choice to let it go. Like, I feel like there's been a space here where you've just been holding on to a lot of things. And I feel like you're forgiving a lot of people for their ignorance, for their stupidity, for their treatment of you, for their words. I feel like there's a space here where you've really just been holding on to a lot. And I feel like it's been like dragging you to a deeper, darker place here that Taurus, I feel like there was a space here where you were just very happy. And I feel like people kept like putting something on your shoulder here. There could be like a lot of shoulder pain that you could have been working through as well. It was making you have a chip on your shoulder about life. It was making you like feeling like very frustrated, very irritated about your situation here as well, right? I feel like you were very much taking on their pain, their frustration, their anger, their rudeness here as well, right? And you were carrying it around with you. Like, Taurus, let this shit go. I feel like there's a space here where you're gonna start working on a lot more like breathing techniques here as well. Like there's gonna be a space here where it's almost like the more that you're like letting these things in and releasing them, the better it is. And there's going to be a lot of you could be like studying like the Brahmas. Like I feel like there's a space here where you're like studying like Indian religion here as well. Like I feel like there's a space here where like this is helping you like work through things. I feel like you're doing a lot of like chakra work, a lot of understanding within yourself, a lot of breath work here as well, and that's helping you like move through these things, release these things here that have been really working on your nerves, on your soul, right? Like there's going to be a lot of things that you're having to release here for yourself, and the more that you're doing this, like the more you're going to feel apt to like actually go out and conquer the world. I feel like it was almost like harboring on your self-confidence, your self-worth. I feel like you were taking these things and like adding them to yourself here as well, right? And Taurus, this is not you, right? I feel like in this space, I feel like you're going to start doing a lot of a lot of manifestation, right? I feel like there's a space here where you're almost like creating new goals. Like, how is it that you can move better throughout this world? What are the actions that are going to be necessary? Like, I feel like it's going to be such an inspired action. And I feel like it's almost like helping you like build your home, build your castle, build what it is that you're trying to really grow here for yourself. I feel like it's very much a like career building here as well. Like I feel like there's been a space here where you could be shaking a lot of hands, kissing a lot of faces. You're definitely making new agreements here with people. This could be definitely involving a Queen of Wands. I'm so sorry, Queen of Wands. If you are not involved with a Queen of Wands at this time, I feel like this could very much be your energy. I feel like once again, you're going to a space of manifestation. I feel like it's about you like showing up at appropriate times and like really like having these tough conversations here with these people that are really helping transform yourself, right? And I feel like it's taking you to different places that I don't feel like you could have like imagined for yourself, right? Like I feel like you have so many dreams, so many goals here as well, right? So so many things that you're wanting to accomplish and do, but I feel like there's been a space here where you've just been like a little bit uneasy about like taking the first step, like having these conversations. And I feel like there's going to be a space here where you're really moving forward within your life, what it is you're trying to do here as well, right? And then we have the Hermit. I feel like I feel like once again, Taurus, I feel like there's been a space here where you've just been involving too many different people, too many different relationships, adding them to yourself here as well, right? Like almost like taking like grown-ups as like your baby, right? Like I feel like there's been very much a space here where you've just been taking care of too many people. And I feel like the fact that you really separated yourself and allowed yourself to like have the time, the understanding here, what is appropriate for you, like what is it that you're trying to do? What is your mission? I feel like you've been almost like draining yourself by taking care of too many people, different energies here that just are not aligned with what it is you're trying to do with yourself, with your life here as well, right? And I feel like this is gonna happen like out of nowhere. Like I feel like you're gonna have a deep-seated root understanding as to like, hey, they're not going along with my plans. They're not going along. And I feel like your goals and your plans, your visions, your ideas, the things that you are dreaming of are correct, are right. And I feel like there's been so many different people that have almost been like pressuring you, pushing you down for like what you want is wrong, right? I feel like you could definitely be working around a Virgo at this time. Keep in mind this forgiveness card came out first. I feel like there's very much a space here where you're almost like manifesting this relationship involving this person here as well, right? I feel like you're wanting like a long-term relationship. You're wanting a true agreement, a true understanding here as well, right? I feel like there could have been a lot of space, a lot of separation here between you and this person. But I feel like if they're coming back in, I feel like there's going to be a lot more forward movement. And I feel like are you guys there? Yeah. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a huge shift involving this person, involving this relationship here as well. This has been very something like you've been emotionally manifesting. Like this is something that you've really been attached to. Somebody, a situation here that you're really wanting to transpire within yourself here as well, right? Out of nowhere, I feel like they're going to come in. I feel like they're coming in very quickly here as well, right? As they're coming in, I feel like there's going to be a huge shift, a huge tower shift. I feel like you're having some like Taurus. I feel like you've almost been manifesting somebody that was not good for you. I feel like there's 7-Eleven. I just saw a space here where you've almost been like wanting the situation to come in and like be something that it's just not going to be. And I feel like you manifested it. It's still coming in like but there's going to be a huge realization within yourself as to like, hey, this is not an energy that I really want. Like I feel like there's a space here where they could be like too messy, too irritating. They could talk too much, talk not enough. They could be playing on their video games too much. Like I feel like there's a space here where like you're realizing like, hey, this is not an energy. This is not a person who is responsible, who is accustomed to the type of person that you really are, Taurus. Like I feel like there's been a space here where you're gonna like really start holding yourself back. You're really gonna start protecting your own energy. I feel like there's a space here where you're really saving up your own time, your own effort, and your own energy for somebody who is really genuinely worth it. And I feel like you're having some deep realizations as to you've been manifesting the wrong thing. And Taurus, like once you have some realizations about that, I feel like it's kicking your spiritual radar up to like 1,000,000. Like I feel like there could have been like stagnation involving like your spiritual growth here as well, right? Because once again, you were too involved with the wrong types of people. And I feel like once you have some realizations about this, once you're separating yourself and resisting and holding yourself back, like not answering those text messages, not answering those phone calls here as well, any kind of FaceTimes, you're just like, no, like you're good. Like I feel like there could have been there could have been like an older like family member, an older friend here as well that like really shine some light on something that you had already been seeing and experiencing, but it's almost like an embarrassment that they're noticing it too, right? And I feel like you could have allowed time and space and effort and energy for this person to come in, and I don't feel like they did in the way that was necessary for you here as well. I feel like there's a space here where like you put so much time, effort, and energy into a person and it didn't work out how you had planned. And I feel like once you realize like the type of person this is, the type of like almost like toxic entanglement here as well, like you're really separating yourself. And I feel like there's going to be, oh, thank you so much for liking. I feel like there's going to be a space here where you're really focusing on your spiritual life. I feel like you could have been a little bit too focused on like your physical realm, like your physical body, sexual relationships, partnerships here as well, right? I feel like there's been too much time, effort spent on somebody who was just not for you. And I feel like there's going to be a space here where you're really starting to pour a lot more time, effort, and energy into your spiritual life here as well, right? And we have the Three of Pentacles. You're being so guided. You're being so protected through this aspect within your life. Like, I feel like you're going to start noticing a huge shift. Like once you release this person, once you let this person go, like the amount of support and love that are coming in from the other people around you at this time, it's really helping balance you out. Like I feel like there's a space here where this person could have been like taking you for granted. I feel like they could have been not seeing like the absolute beautiful being that you were. I feel like they were like getting you off kilter here as well. Like they were like dragging you into like their unbalanced toxic patterning here as well. And I feel like that was really affecting you. Not only like your spiritual life and your emotional life, but it was your mental health. It was your physical relationship here as well. I feel like there was a space where you almost like felt like not enough. No, Taurus, you are definitely enough. You are definitely like 1,000,010. Like, no. Forgive these people for what they could have done to you, for how they could have hurt you here as well, right? I feel like there's going to be a love relationship. It doesn't have to necessarily be romantic. I feel like it's going to be a love relationship. I feel like somebody's coming in and offering you something so sweet and so wonderful here as well. And it's going to completely turn like the whole situation around. Like, I feel like there could have been a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of frustration here as well, right? And I feel like as they're coming in, you're really walking away from this pain. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse with this 8 of Cups. Yeah, like there's definitely a huge space here where you're walking away from any hurt, any frustration, any irritation here. You're only accepting love and support. And I feel like you're getting a lot more serious with yourself and with other people as to like what types of love, what types of relationships you're willing to accept here as well. When we have the Justice card. Once again, what I just said this, I feel like there's the universe, the fact that you walked away from these people that are not genuinely there for you, right? Like there's been a space here where you were just allowing certain people and aspects into your life because I feel like you could have felt a little lonely, a little rejected here as well, right? And the fact that you walked away from these people, the fact that you walked away from these energies here as well, the universe is really working on your side. The universe is really helping you out. Like, don't worry. Like, I feel like there's a space of almost like fear of jumping off the ledge, like fear of like jumping into the pool, into the lake here as well, right? Like there's a fear of doing it, but once you get in, you're gonna have so much more fun than what you were just doing, like watching on the sideline here as well, right? Like there's gonna be a space here where the universe is really coming in and supporting you, uplifting you, strengthening you here as well, right? Right? We have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like it was almost like you were having to like sacrifice certain relationships, certain friendships here, certain conversations in order to get the things that you were really wanting for yourself. And the fact that you did that, everything is playing out to the exact tune that was necessary. And then we have the Knight of Cups. You're gonna have such a huge Taurus, there's going to be a huge relationship that's coming in. Somebody that truly values you, somebody that really supports you, that would do anything for you. Walk to the ends of the earth here as well. And because you let this person go, like you're getting what it is you've truly been manifesting for yourself, what you actually need, not what you want here as well, right? Let's get one more card. And then we have the 7 of Swords. I feel like there's going to be a space here where you could have been allowing like certain relationships, certain people like into your space here that had a lot of sneaky, shady intentions, right? Like I feel like they could have looked at you as a mark here as well, right? I feel like you're being strengthened through this. Like I feel like there's almost been a fear as to like how can you get into a new relationship here with another person, with another energy, because all these bad things have transpired. Taurus, that's not reasonable. That doesn't make sense, right? Like there's going to be a space here where you're almost like letting all of these like shady, crazy people like get away from you. Like there's going to be a space here where it's time for you to start manifesting. The universe has your back, right? And I feel like it's going to be such a, let's get one more card. I feel like there's going to be such a huge realization as to like what types of people have been like trying to like I feel like it's very much like a parasitic energy, like people that have been like attached to you, putting their hooks into you here as well, right? And that have not been for your best benefit. They were not trying to come in and heal you or help you or anything. They were trying to hinder you. They were trying to hurt you here as well. And I feel like you're having some deep realizations about that, right? We have the 6 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's a space here where you're letting the wrong people go in order for there to be space for the right person, right? And I feel like you're having you know that nothing is coming in for you except victory, right? Like the fact that you're letting these people go that were not for you, it allows somebody else to like truly be with this person and value them, but it also allows you to have somebody come in and truly value you here as well, right? Like I feel like there's a space here where this person was not valuing you. They did not have your highest good, 1414, the highest good of yourself involved in the situation here as well, right? This was very much a selfish energy. Somebody who was very manipulative here as well. And I feel like you're really separating yourself so you can have these victories come in. This says abundance mindset. Abundance mindset, Taurus. If you think of your abundance as something that will happen in the future, then it will always be one day away from you, right? See, feel, and think and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is exactly what you will experience. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for all of the awesome comments. You know, I do read them all. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.